Guys, I'm filling in for Steven Lucero, and because of that, that means we get to talk soccer. We are talking Champions League. It never happens Thursday. And joining me, we got a really special guest. We have Nash, Lowry, oh, boss.
And Maria. Maria's here too. You and I, come on.
Maria is also a special guest. But Nash, I mean, the boss is on to talk about soccer. This is a big thing. And we're starting with the games that happened 2 days ago. We're going to start with Arsenal versus Sporting because that was the game that had the least, stakes to it out of all four, in my opinion. What did you guys think about that game?
I feel like it had the most stakes for the viewer because Arsenal's going into this matchup. Sporting has fought a lot to get here. You remember down 3-0 against Bodo Glimt, of course, right? And then they come back, they score, I believe, 6 goals in the second leg, and they win themselves into the quarterfinal. So now it was up to Arsenal to blow them out of the water. And that was just not it. Sporting had the first 3 chances of the match, and then there was really no chances for Arsenal. They had one good shot with Odegaard. Declan Rice and Odegaard were passing between each other, but then it was Odegaard to take one shot at the end of the half. Nothing really happened. Then we get into the second half, and Zubimendi did score a goal for Arsenal. It was ruled offside, so Arsenal technically did score 2 goals in this game. It was fantastic offense and even more stupendous goalies. However, nothing really happened. 4-3 an Arsenal side versus 4-2-3-1. And then the final goal finally comes at the end of the time when it gets down to the 91st minute. First of all, in the 71st minute, Odegaard gets subbed out. Kai Havertz comes in. Beautiful delivery from Martinelli gives Havertz the world-class goal. First touch, right past the keeper. It was really good, but I didn't see enough from Arsenal.
Yeah, Kai Havertz has that experience scoring those big-time goals, but we were talking about this earlier, 0 set pieces for Arsenal. They did not get their strengths. They did not play to their strengths. I mean, what did you think about this in this game?
I think Arsenal is coming from a place of overconfidence because if we're looking at their previous games, they have won most of them. And they're ranked top in the Champions League right now. And I remember when I was watching the Premier League, they were also on top of that. So I feel they're coming from a place of confidence. So they come to the game against the Sporting, who fought their way to, and they were kind of like an underdog right there in the Champions League. And they're coming like, oh yeah, we have this in the bag. We're like the best team if we're talking about the stats. But if we're talking about how they played, that was like sloppy.
Sporting CP completely ruled Declan Rice out of the game. He was a non-factor. He had 2 passes between Odegaard in the first half that didn't go anywhere. And then, like you said, John, no set pieces. There was no time where I thought Declan Rice had a big impact in this game. And that's scary because we've already seen Sporting come back against Bodo Glimt. Who says they can't do it against Arsenal?
And that's especially with Arsenal's recent struggles. I mean, we just saw them lose to Southampton in the FA Cup. This is not a team that is in the best form right now, and they're struggling in the Premier League as well. So, I mean, I want to know, do you guys think that going into the second leg, Sporting could make some noise and get another comeback in this Champions League run?
Yes, I really do. I really do think they could. It's simply up to the pedigree that happened in the round of 16. Now that we're in the quarterfinals, they're there. They've got the energy and density around them. They can do it.
That's fair. Do you agree?
I agree. They're gonna do it. They have fought hard, and if we based off this past game, I think they can do it.
I have to hope they can do it because Arsenal, I hate them, and that midfield really, you mentioned it, they were not doing anything. Declan Rice and Odegaard, they just were passing between themselves, not really being dangerous at all.
If they can get some set pieces, then that'll be it.
They will need some set pieces for sure. But, I mean, and then the other game that happened that day was a lot more exciting. I mean, Bayern, Real Madrid, 2-1. It was electric, and Bayern looked really, really good. I mean, what did you guys think about that game?
It was an absolute smoke show of a game, I tell you what. So 21 shots on the side for Real Madrid, and then 19 shots on the side for Bayern Munich. 10 shots on net for Real Madrid. Their offense was cooking. Jude Bellingham was creating. However, Manuel Neuer completely shut that down. He had 9 saves on the day, and Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. both gave 3 shots apiece at Manuel Neuer, and he stopped them. He was defending on his head at age 41, the longest tenured player in Bayern Munich history. So yeah, his performance that day was absolutely amazing. Trent Alexander-Arnold was also playing great with his pass to Mbappe. Mbappe did score in this game, but Luis Diaz was really, really created. That's his 23rd goal in 40 appearances for them. And then it took Harry Kane all of 30 seconds to score his goal out of halftime. They did a great job counterattacking. They deserved this 2-1 victory. And honestly, just sitting back, it felt like I was watching, just an American football game. There's so much scoring.
And with those 2 goal scorers, you mentioned Luis Diaz, Harry Kane. These are guys who have experience in the Premier League. They have experience in that top league. Do you think that that strategy is working out for Bayern this year?
I think that strategy is working out for Bayern too. And if we look at Real Madrid's team, they have a stacked team. They have a lot of big names. But you can have a lot of big names, and these players cannot keep their egos out of the game. Like, they are not playing as a team. Mbappe is the one who's carrying his team on the shoulder. Like, he's carrying the team on the shoulder. And then we have Vinicius who's trying to help him out. But I feel like there's a lot of battle of egos that doesn't let Real Madrid progress right now. And there are a lot of big names, and you'd expect a team like that that's stacked to like make progress in that. I didn't see any of that. I feel like Bayern has a more open and more organized way of playing than Madrid right now.
Completely agree. And I mean, do you think that's going to result in a second leg win for Bayern? Do you think they're going to get the win over Real Madrid?
It's definitely going to happen, because again, if this Real Madrid cannot keep the egos out of the game, you can't advance. You can't do anything.
If they are able to quell the egos, they're going to have to look a lot like PSG. For me, if Real Madrid wants to beat Bayern Munich and advance to the semifinal, it's going to be up to Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. to have more accurate passes, or excuse me, more accurate shots. Their shots were filled with power, and Neuer was stopping them all. It's going to be up to them to stop them with accuracy. And for Bayern Munich, they just simply have to do what they did on Tuesday. Everything I saw out of them was great, and if they're able to make an amazing defense filled with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Rudiger, as well as others, Carreras, on that team, and get shots past Lunin, come on.
And I know you want to talk about him. I just heard you mention him.
Yes.
PSG.
Let's move
I believe
on,
you
yeah.
texted me during the game and said the beautiful game, 30 passes or 3 passes. PSG is scoring on you at Nash. I mean, talk about how beautiful that PSG team plays.
So PSG in this game, I'm gonna explain it to you guys like this. So these two teams are playing rock, paper, scissors. All right, Liverpool goes out. They play paper, and PSG just plays scissors. They absolutely obliterated them through coaching, but also through their play as well. Here's some stats for you. 17 shots for PSG compared to 3 on the Liverpool side. 7 on target compared to 0 for the Liverpool side. 733 passes for PSG, 255 for Liverpool. It simply came down to how they were defending with a back 5. They were not able to cover PSG man-to-man. And great decision-making by PSG's manager, completely outsmarting Arne Slot of Liverpool. And yeah, that's really all it took. It was Doué getting the deflection goal off of Gravenberch in the beginning, and then Kvaratskhelia got a great goal in the 65th minute. And then from there, it was really just dominance. There's no other side where you can argue that Liverpool played great.
You said paper versus scissors. I want to say baby versus nuclear bomb. I mean, 500 more passes this game. It is absurd what they did. I mean, PSG was insane. I mean, they have players like Kvaratskhelia. I mean, what do you think about this PSG team?
Yeah, the PSG team it's playing really good. Like, if we compare it to Real Madrid, they're playing on really different leagues again. The PSG players can actually keep their egos aside and play in different places of the game. We have Dembélé, who he's a striker, and he was like playing in the midfield position. So we have that, and then also what was surprising is that in an interview right after the Liverpool team, someone said that they were lucky that they lost 2-0. They could have lost by a bigger margin with that team that they had. So that's what I feel like that was impressive. They lost, but with dignity.
If PSG just plays the same way, they'll wipe Liverpool out, and Liverpool will have to run away. Yeah, but there's one more game left.
Yes, and speaking of if they play the exact same, they'll easily go through. If Atletico Madrid plays the exact same as they played in the 2-0 win versus Barcelona, they will be going through. And I mean, I think we have to talk about the Pau Cubarsí red card. It happens right before the first half, and then Julian Alvarez on the free kick scores the opening goal and just really opens the gates for Atletico Madrid. I mean, how big of a red card was that for Barcelona to get?
I feel like that's the thing that threw Barcelona's whole game out. Like, they didn't have a chance after Cubarsí's red card.
Lamine Yamal can create so much on the right wing, but when you take away a whole extra man, it's just simple math. You go up against the park the bus defense of 4-4-2 and what Atletico Madrid is running. Great performance from them. But when you have to have Lamine Yamal break it through 3 Atletico Madrid players, you're not going to get any creation. So
Diego
so, yeah,
Simeone
simply
is
that
the
simple.
poop house master. No,
That's right.
No
That's
one
right.
can defeat Diego
He's gonna set
Simeone
up
when he
a
wants to
brick
shut
wall
down.
right next to Musso.
But we have to talk about it. I know. I can't believe that this is the truth, but you hate Lamine Yamal. You don't think he's a superstar. You have to tell me why. What did he not show? This game he was getting by everyone. I mean, what does he not show you?
Lamine Yamal needs character development. Right now, he's been like the superstar. He's been on top of the game. I hear all of the comments about Lamine Yamal. He needs character development. He needs a little defeat. He needs something, because I know if his ego gets way too big, he's gonna lose it at the end. We have that example with what happened with Neymar.
We've seen it with a lot of people.
Yeah, he was a superstar, and then
I think that character development is going to come whenever Barcelona gets eliminated.
I was about to say, I think we're about to see it happen this time, probably.
Week. When you go forward, there's a rematch. This is a rematch between 2 teams. Similarity to the second leg of the Copa del Mar. It was a 3-0 aggregate. Madrid was leading, and then Barca scored 4 goals, but wasn't able to get over the hump. 15 corner attempts compared to Atletico Madrid's 0. It's going to be a same replication, like you said, poop house special. And Atletico Madrid, they're just playing at such a high level. They're playing such competitive games. Antoine Griezmann's last Champions League with Atletico Madrid, and then they'll go play in the Copa del Rey. That'll be his last match 2 weeks from now with Atletico Madrid. So savor Antoine Griezmann while you can.
And I have to ask, in 2 words only, who is winning the Champions League? Nash, let's start with you. Who is winning it all?
I said it. I just said it before, and I'll say it again. Antoine Griezmann and
Wow.
Atletico Madrid. That's
Okay.
not 2 words.
What about you?
wow, I have that hot take. I feel like it's gonna be the PSG.
I mean, I think PSG definitely are going to be strong contenders. We will have to see. There's not much tournament left, but I'm very excited for that PSG Bayern tie. I think it's going to be electric. But up next, we'll be talking about UFC. Join me after this commercial break.